Dear students, a very warm good afternoon to all of you. I am Shikha Mittal from Student Services. Today I take this opportunity to welcome you all at this webcast of the Institute for the students appearing in June 2015 session. We understand that you might be coming across lots of issues which you would like to discuss with Institute officials, and based on this webcast has been specifically organized to sort out your queries. Our today's session has been deliberately planned to help you to ease out your queries pertains to pre-examination enrollment June 2015 session. Also, we would like to discuss switch over to new syllabus of professional program, automatically switch over to new syllabus of executive program, paper-wise exemption and corresponding exemption based on switch over to new syllabus of executive program, and also on various miscellaneous issues based on pre-examination enrollment June 2015. Now, without taking much time, I am introducing the panel of experts of the institute who would be providing you suitable replies to your various queries. Today, we have with us Dr. Sanjay Pandey, Joint Secretary, Directorate of Examination. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Shri Ashan Mishra, Deputy Director, Directorate of Student Services. Shri D.D. Garg, Assistant Director. Shri K.P. Shashi, Section Officer, and Madam Gitanjali Singh Rathore, Assistant Director, are from Directorate of Student Services. Now, before we start our today's webcast program, I would like to request Shri Ashan Mishra, Deputy Director, Student Services, to address you all. We welcome you, sir.
Very good afternoon. ICSI welcomes its students to this interactive webinar. I am happy that the Institute is organizing the webcast for its important stakeholders on various areas to solve their intricate issues. I understand that change is inevitable, and so that the Institute is also keep pace with the changes and the dynamics of the markets. And we have changed the syllabus from 2007, and now the syllabus is 2012. Whatever is going on, the students who those have registered before 2000 after 2007 and till 2012, they are following the 2007 old syllabus, and who those are in that period not cleared the papers, they are still continuing with this, and from 2015 June session, the students who those are in executive are automatically or compulsorily switch over to the new syllabus, and the professional students, they can also change or switch over on their own, or after June 15 syllabus, June 15 examination, they will automatically change into the new syllabus. So there is only one chance for them to clear the course during this period, June 15 examination. So this transition has many dynamics. This issues, switchovers, exemptions, and other things are there. And the queries related to enrollment, examination, 2015 session, June session, and switchover to new syllabus for the professional students, automatical switchover, and the admit card change, module change, medium change, all these things are there, and paper-wise exemption and switchover exemptions, and miscellaneous queries regarding the examination. All these queries will be attended by the experts panels here, and it is, I am repeating one thing, that the academic queries, whatever comings today, will not undertake today. That will be undertaken separate, another webcast, separate webcast will happen for that. So today you are requested to and advised to put only those queries which are for the pre-examination or pre-enrollment issues, and mostly switchover issues. So we have the panel here. Whatever queries comes to your mind, please put up without any, but that should be very topic oriented. There should not be any any other queries which we cannot deal today. Because the experts who are here with us today are only dealing with the examination related queries. Yeah, exemption related queries. So whatever queries you have, without any fear, without any second thing, you should put that in that chat box. There is 2 links we have given. One is the video and audio link. Another /comments is there. That link, when you will put that link, you will have get a chat box. In that chat box, you have to put your queries so that we can see here and reply as early as possible. There are a lot of queries. Don't think that every query is whatever you will do, that will be whatever you will ask, that will be answered. I think most of the queries, what I am going through the queries, most of the queries are unanimous, equal. So whatever around 65, 70 type of questions are there, whatever we are going through. So most of the queries we will answer. Before that, before I am concluding, I think it is better that you should avail the opportunity to interact with our officials, student services officials. Thanking you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to request Madam Geetanjali to give brief presentation on our online services.
So today I take this opportunity to explain you about the various online services. Since we have observed that most of the students, they are not aware of the various online services provided to the students by the institute. So I'll give you a brief demonstration about the various online services. So first we'll discuss about the switch over to new syllabus. We have observed that most of the students, they don't know how to apply for the switch over for registration. So I'll explain you the brief process how you can apply for the switch over to registration. See, go to your website, click on online services, click on login button, subsequently put in your username and password. Then go to your respective account, my account option would appear. You need to click on that and then you'll find so many tabs, no? Then you need to click on this requests option, click on that, and under request option you'll find so many options. Then last one is switch over request, you need to click on that, no? Then this is for professional students, like they can select for the optional subject in case they are opting for the switch over of syllabus, right? So you have these subjects, no? You have 5 electives in professional program. So any elective which you want to select, you can select from these drop down menus, right? And after that you can submit your request here. And I want to, I want to say that there is no fee for switch over of registration syllabus. So you need not pay any fee for switch over, right? So this is how you can submit your request for switch over for registration. Now what is registration de novo? How you can apply for registration de novo, that we'll discuss. I'll demonstrate you that. Again, you need to log into your website of the institute, that www.icsi.edu. Again, go on online services. Then click on login button. Subsequently, put in your username, password, login. Again, go to my account option. Your profile would appear. Then payment request is there. This is second option is de novo registration and extension option. Click on that. So these details you need to fill in. This is request type, right? So you need to select de novo registration. See, students in executive stage and professional stage, in case their registration has expired, they can apply for de novo registration. So it is applicable for both executive program students or professional students, right? So you can select your stage, your syllabus type. In case you want to enter any comments, you can put in your comments also. Then this is, you'll have to pay fee for the de novo registration. So as applicable to you, it is either 2,000 or 3,000, that I'll explain you later. So this automatically, this amount will come as applicable to you. Then payment mode you need to select. No, you can either pay through credit card, debit card, net banking, challan, right? So any of the options you can choose. Then you need to submit, you need to click on submit request option. So your request of de novo would be accepted by the institute. So this is how online you can apply for the de novo registration. So students, most of the students, they are not aware that how much fee they are supposed to pay for de novo registration. So students, those students who have registered, whose registration has expired, in case they apply for de novo within 2 years since expiry of the registration, they need to pay rupees 2,000. And in case you could not apply within 2 years, In case you apply from 2 to 5 years, then you need to pay 3,000 rupees. And physically handicapped students, they are required to provide only 25%. And similarly, SC/ST students, they are required to pay 50% only, right? Next, online process for claiming exemptions. So most of the students, they are not aware how they can apply for exemptions. We are receiving lot of queries that how I can apply for exemption. So you must be aware that institute has completely switched over to online registration, de novo extension. Similarly, we have switched over to complete online exemption. So how we can apply for online exemption? Click on online services, click on login button, put in your username, password, click on login. Subsequently, your my account screen would come, click on that. Then these requests would come. Again, you need to click on payment request option. So this exemption qualification basis request would come. You click on that. Then exemption request, you'll select from here syllabus, which stage you are applying for exemption. Then your module, which subject you are claiming exemption, and the basis of exemption, on which exemption basis you are claiming exemption. So you need to put in all your details, and you need to upload the document supporting your qualification. For example, if you are claiming exemption on the basis of your LLB degree, so supporting document is to be uploaded by the student in JPG file format, right? So you can scan your documents and you can upload your documents through this option, right? And the paper-wise exemption fee is rupees 1,000 that you need to submit. And after, again, you can either select make payment through credit card, debit card, net banking, challan. And after that, you need to click on submit request. Your request for exemption would be submitted. Next. Now, who is eligible for claiming exemption on the basis of their qualification? So first we'll talk about the executive stage. Executive stage students, they can apply for exemption on the basis of their LLB degree. So we have done away with all other exemptions which students used to apply on the basis of their MBAs and MCOM degrees, right? So now executive program students can either claim exemption on the basis of LLB or ICWAI student, which is now ICSI CMA. They can apply for the exemption, right? And the subject in which they'll get the exemption is industrial labor and journal law paper, right? And the subject-wise, paper-wise exemptions for ICSI cost students in executive program, they'll get exemption in cost and management accounting, tax law and practices, company accounts and auditing practices, and professional program students, old syllabus which you must be knowing, it is valid till June 2015 only, financial, treasury and forex management, advanced tax law and practice paper. And in professional program, I'm talking about the new syllabus, advanced company law and practice, financial, forex and treasury management, advanced tax law and practice, and no exemptions shall be given on the basis of any other higher qualification. I'm again repeating this. Most of the students, they try to apply for the exemption in case they have acquired MBA or MCOM. So we have done away with such exemptions. On the basis of LLB and ICSI CMA only we are giving exemptions, right? Now, extension of registration, only professional program pass students are eligible for extension of registration. So executive pass students whose registration have expired, they cannot claim for extension of registration. Now, how you can apply for extension of registration? Again, click on online services, log into your respective accounts, put in your username, password, click on login option, then my account, then again payment requests. This is de novo registration and extension. Here you need to select extension instead of de novo registration, right? So this is extension, and fee for extension is, as I told you, rupees 1,000. You can put in your comments in case you want to. Then payment mode is again credit card, debit card, net banking or challan. Any of the payment modes you can select. You can click on submit request option, and your request for extension would be accepted by the institute. And similarly, I told you for journal category students, the fee for extension is rupees 1,000. For physically handicapped students, it is 25% of the actual fee, that is 1,000, and 50% for the SC/ST students, right? Now, examination enrollment. Since this webcast is purposely we are focusing on examination enrollment only, so it is pertinent to discuss about the process of examination enrollment, how students can enroll for the examination, because students from rural areas, they face a lot of problems in applying online, although we have completely switched over to online enrollment for the examination. So click on login option, Again, you need to log into your respective account, put in your username, password, my account option. So this profile of the student would appear. Then this is the examination enrollment option, right? You need to select this option, submit examination form. In case you are eligible for the examination, to apply for the examination, the screen would come. In case you are not eligible, the system will not allow you to proceed further, right? Next, click on this. So this is the examination, online examination form. Syllabus, stage, examination center, medium, module. See students, I want to tell you one thing, be very careful while selecting these options. In case you select any wrong option like your medium module, for any subsequent change you need to pay rupees 250. So be very careful while filling up all these details, right? So again, 1200 is the fee per module. Payment mode is credit card, debit card, net banking, challan. Proceed for payment. And this is how you can submit your examination form. Now reset, retrieve password. We receive lot of requests regarding retrieval of password. Most of the students ask for the password. However, students can retrieve and reset password at their own. This facility institute has provided to the students. So please students, listen carefully and try to retrieve or reset your passwords yourself. Click on online services, login. This is the reset password option for students. Click on this, select your stage. You can either put in your registration number or your transaction ID or challan number. So either of them you can put in. Then your gender, you can select date of birth, postal pin code. Click on proceed. Then your email ID, put in your mobile number, then click on reset password. So your details would appear on the screen. Similarly, you can reset your password also. So it is very easy. Now you can easily retrieve and reset your password at your own. So you need not send any request to the institute for this, right? Now suggestions, grievances module. So students, you must be aware that we have introduced suggestions, query, grievance module for the students. So they can send their queries through this online grievance module. How students can send their request queries in case they have through this online grievance module. Because see why we are stressing on this, because in case you send your query through grievance module, instantly you will get the reply. Because monitoring of grievance redressal module is there, right? So make sure in case you have any query, any doubt, any suggestion, you send it across through this grievance redressal module only. So click on login button. Put in your username and password. This is suggestion grievance option. Click on that. You select your query, right? In case you have your query with regard to the student services department, click on this. In case your query is with regard to the study material, click on this. Then IT department, you have all the departments in the drop down menu. So in case any of the query pertaining to any of the department, you can select from here, and subsequently they have further subheads are there, no? In case there is some problem in submitting the fee, then you can select the respective option. In case in registration you are facing some problem, then there are options in the drop down menu. In case you have not received the study material, then again there is an option. So as per your query, you can select the options from the drop down menu. Then you can write your query here, whatever your query is, right? Then you can save it, and this query would automatically go to the concerned official, and he or she will reply to your query promptly within 2 to 3 days. So this is the very prompt method of sending the queries and getting replies to the queries instantly. So please students, I am telling you, instead of sending mails to the institute, you please send your queries through this grievance redressal module. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, madam, for such a valuable presentation. Now let's start with question and answer session round. We have received lots of query from the students, so I will start with question number 1, in which students are asking they are not be able to generate their admit card. When they go to the institute website, it's showing your records are not available. Please contact ICSI. So I will request Mr. KP Shashi to give reply of the same.
If you are not able to download your admit card, there are 2-3 possible reasons for that. Either you may be entering a wrong registration number, or you are not eligible for appearing in the examination. If you are not eligible, the status is displayed, the preliminary enrollment status displayed before issue of admit card. So you are supposed to refer to the preliminary enrollment status in that case. If you are entering a wrong registration number, you have to check, re-verify your registration number. The registration number consists of 17 characters, including that slash sign, including month and year, and along with the slash sign, it contains 17 characters. Please take note of that. And if your registration number is correct and you have successfully submitted your form, there is no reason why you can't download your admit card. I hope your query is.
Thank you very much, sir, for the reply. Now move on to the next question. This is for Dr. Pandey. Sir, how many questions would be there in each subject of computer-based examination?
Student, for computer-based examinations, as you are aware, there are 4 papers. The examination is conducted in 2 days. For this time, it will be on 6th of June and 7th of June. For the first day, you will be examined for paper 1 and 2. And for the next day, that is the 7th June, you will be examined for paper 3 and 4. For each paper, there will be 50 questions. So for day 1, for paper 1 and 2, 50 questions each, there will be 100 questions, and you will be given a time duration of 90 minutes, that is 1.5 hours, to answer those questions. Similarly, on the second day also, paper 3 and 4, 50 questions each, a total of 100 questions, and duration will be 90 minutes.
Thank you very much, sir, for the reply. Now move on to the next question. This is for Madam Gitanjali. Madam, what is the last date for submission of examination form? Is there any facilities to submit the form after the last date with late fee?
Dear students, 25th March 2015 is the cut-off date for submitting the examination form. But in any case, you are not able to submit your examination form till 25th of March. You can submit the examination form till 9th of April. But it is advised that you submit your examination form by 25th of March. And as I advised you earlier, be very careful while entering your details like your module, medium, center. Be very careful and kindly submit your examination form by 25th of March 2015.
Thank you, madam, and thank you, madam, for the reply. And hope students, after replying from Gitanjali madam, your query pertains to examination enrollment has been resolved. Now move on to the next question. This is for Dr. Pandey. Sir, how to answer a question in computer-based examination?
Student, computer-based examinations, you will be made to sit before the computer, and on your screen the questions will be coming. All the questions will be multiple choice questions. There will be 4 options, and whichever options you feel is correct, you have to click on that options. Once you click into that option will be automatically taken and saved. So this way you will answer a question in computer-based examination.
Thank you very much, sir. Now again we move to KP Shashi. Sir, student wants to know how can they ascertain that examination form submitted by the student is successfully submitted or not?
The first thing is that if some student has submitted successfully, then this kind of an acknowledgement is generated, and this acknowledgement can be seen by them in their account also under others option SMS email communication. In addition, the receipt is also sent to them at their email ID. In case, I mean, for any reason, if they are not sure about the status of their payment, normally for all payments, whether it is successful or unsuccessful, payment ID and transaction ID sent at their mobile number and email ID. They can check, verify the status of their payment made by them at the login option. Check payment status. There is a link called check payment status. Just enter their payment ID and transaction ID, and if it is successful, they will be able to generate a duplicate ID, duplicate receipt, and this can also be seen in their account. If they have not made the payment, then make the payment afresh and enroll for the examination. In addition to that, there is a link for knowing the preliminary enrollment status. If you go to our website, there is a link called successfully paid examination fees. You can verify your examination enrollment status. If your payment is successful, just enter your registration number and all the details, examination center, module, stage, syllabus, everything will be displayed, and even the exemption status will also be displayed. That way you can ascertain your examination form is successful or not. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. One more question pertains to examination enrollment, in which student wants to know, is there any facilities to see the preliminary enrollment status details, that is examination center, medium, module, opted by the student at the time of submission of examination form?
Yeah, I think I have already covered this point in reply to the earlier query. There is a link called successfully submitted the examination form. Click on this link to verify your examination enrollment status. Please go to the students announcement section and click on that link, enter your registration number. If your examination form submission is successful, you will be able to see all the details, examination enrollment stage, syllabus and the center, even exemptions. Please, I'm requesting again, please make it a habit to check this status. Even any discrepancy, please kindly point out immediately. If anything is there, we will rectify it due to any technical mistake or something. Otherwise, there is no reason that you are submitting it online. There are very rarely there will be any mismatch between your submission and the actual status. If anything there, please point out. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the reply. Now I move on to the next question. This is for Madam Gitanjali. Madam, student is asking, in the admit card no photo is showing. In that case, what action should a student should take?
Student, I want to tell you, please don't get panic in case your photograph is not there in your admit card. Kindly take printout of your admit card, paste your photograph, get it attested by any gazetted officer, member of the institute or any officer of the institute, and take it to the examination hall along with your identity card or any other identity proof like voter's card, Aadhaar card or any other identity proof you can take along with your admit card and identity card. So please don't get panic in case your photo is not appearing on your admit card. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for the reply. Sir, many students are asking what is OMR based examination. So I would request you to throw some light over the same.
Student for executive program, this is for executive program student. There are 3 papers. 2 papers for module 1 and 1 paper for module 2. They are OMR based. The papers are cost and management accounting, tax law and practice, these are module 1, and then industrial labor and general law, this is module 2. Now what happens as far as the conventional examination system goes, you are given a question paper and answer copy where you write the answers. But in case of OMR based examination, you will be handed over a question paper booklet containing 100 questions each for subjects, and for answering those questions, instead of conventional answer books, you will be given a OMR based answer sheet. When I say OMR based answer sheet, means the sheet will contain bubbles or the circles that you have to darken. This is again a multiple choice based examination where there are questions carrying multiple 4 answers, and you have to darken the circle by blue or black pen on the OMR sheets. So instead of writing the answers, whatever options you feel is correct, you have to darken those options in the OMR sheet. The students, several cases comes where students complain that they have answered the question on the booklet. So don't mark your answers on the booklet. Instead, you have to darken, again I am repeating, you have to darken the circle, whichever option you feel is correct, you have to darken the circle on the OMR sheet. So instead of, again I am repeating, instead of answer sheet to be where you have to write, you will be given a OMR answer sheet where you have to darken the circle. Hope this will make you understand the OMR based examination.
Thank you, sir, for such a valuable reply. Now one more question pertains to examination enrollment, in which student wants to know, is student are allowed to submit request for change of examination center, medium, module after submission of examination form? I will request Shri KP Sashi to reply over the same.
Yes, it is possible to submit request for change in examination enrollment status after submitting their examination form. But we request the students to plan well in advance so that they are not required to submit any change request. In case, I mean, if there is any exigency, they can request for changes after the enrollment date. I mean, submission of examination form is over, that is after 9th April. From 10th April 2015, the link for submitting change request will be open, and it will be available up to 17th May 2015 up to 4 p.m. I would like to, I mean, just clarify that after 17th May 2015 4 p.m. no request will be considered for any change in the examination enrollment status. So please submit your request well in advance, and you are not required to request after, for any reason, we won't be allowing enrollment change requests after that date. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the reply. One more question I would like to ask you. Can students submit the request for change after 17th May 2015?
It is not possible. I think I have already covered in the earlier query. After 17th May, in no case your change request will not be entertained. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And move on to the next question, and this is for Madam Gitanjali. Madam, there is mistake in student address in admit card. So, what would be the procedure to rectify the same?
See, students, again I am saying that don't get panic in case there is mistake in your admit card. Now students can update their addresses themselves at their online account. Go to your online account, log into your account, go to the request option, and now you can update your address yourself. But I want to give you one suggestion, that while updating your addresses, make sure that you update your state and pin code also, because we have observed that most of the students, while updating their addresses online, they update their city but they forget to update their state and their pin code, so resulting in mismatch in data and their addresses gets incorrect. So make sure when you update your addresses, kindly update your state and pin code also. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam, for the reply. As we all know, we have started open book examination for professional students. So many students wants to know what is open book examination. So I would request Dr. Pandey to brief over the same, sir.
Student for professional examination, the institute is testing the students through open book examinations. As you know that in professional there are 3 modules. This open book examination is for the 3rd module, where in electives you have to select out of 5 electives. We have given options, and you have to select one elective out of 5. The electives are banking law and practice, capital, commodity and money market, insurance law and practice, intellectual property right, laws and practice, and international business laws and practice. So out of these 5 you have to select one subject, and you will be examined through open book examination. Once we say open book examination, here you will be given an opportunity to carry your books, notes, study material, bare acts, means your whatever preparation you have made in the form of notes, bare acts or study material, you can carry those to the examination center. Now once you carry those, you can utilize those for as a reference for answering the questions. So once we say open book examination, it means you can carry your books in the examination hall.
Thank you very much, sir, for the reply. And with this hope, student having query on open book examination has been resolved. Now move on to the next question. Madam, this question is for you. Student wants to know there is mistake in spelling of the name in the admit card.
So again I am repeating, students, don't get panic, don't worry. In case there is mistake in your name in your admit card, you go to the examination hall and subsequently you can send us the request for the change of name. So see, again I am repeating that you need not send any mail. In case there is mistake in your name, send request to the grievance portal, log into your respective account and select the particular option for change of name and send your query to the institute, and your name would be updated. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam, for the reply. And again we move on to Dr. Pandey. Sir, student would like to know whether inspection and supply of answer books to the students are same?
Student, this query pertains to post examinations, means once the result is out, and if any student wants to see what actually he has written, and he can utilize by applying to us for an inspection or a certified copy, so that he can use those copies for his academic purposes or knowledge. Once we say inspection and supply of certified, these are two different terminology. Supply of certified copies means once a student apply for issue of certified copies of answer books, we scan the answer books of a particular student on his application to us, and that scanned copy is uploaded on the website. The student is given a login ID and a password, and he can view the answer copies, or he can take a printout of the answer books. Whereas in case of inspection of answer copies, the student concerned is called at a place, it is normally a Noida office, and there the student is given the copy, answer copy, and he can see the copy by physically coming to the office. So in certified copy, it is uploaded on the website and accessed through a user ID and password, whereas inspection means he or she has to physically come to the office. So there is a difference.
Thank you, sir, for elaborating the query in such a manner. Now again we are having one query pertains to examination enrollment, in which one foundation program student wants to know whether it is required to submit request for change in medium of examination.
Yeah, this is a general query from foundation program students. We would like to clarify that the foundation course students are not required to submit any request for change of medium, as the online, it is computer based, it is in bilingual form. So please don't submit any request for change of medium for appearing in the examinations. I think it is in bilingual form. Any language you can appear in the examination. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. One more question: is student are allowed to submit request for change of examination center within a city?
No, actually, for change of examination center within a city, that means if a student wants to change from a center located in Delhi to different part in Delhi, it is not possible. Likewise, in each city, we consider each city as a center. There are breakup of centers in view of increase in, in the number of students. There are breakup of centers. Otherwise, from within a city, no change is possible. You can, for example, from Delhi to Ahmedabad to Mumbai, like that it is possible, but not within the city. Within the city, the change is not possible. Even the system won't allow you to submit any request like that. Thank you.
You, sir, for the reply. And with this hope, student having query pertains to change of examination center medium has been resolved now. Now move to the next question, in which student wants to know, is there any requirement to submit the application form for paper-wise exemption on the basis of higher qualification every time, or I appear for the examination? So I will request Mr. D.T. Garg to give reply on the same.
Dear student, if you have once granted exemption, it is valid till you clear the module. So you are not required to apply exemption again and again. Once exemption is granted, it is valid for all examination till you pass the examination. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for the reply. One more question on the same. Is a student is required to formally apply for seeking exemption based on 60% marks?
No. On the basis of 60% marks, the exemptions are granted automatically. So you are not required to apply for this exemption. However, you can see this exemption in your account after logging to you. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Now move on to the next question. I would request Mr. K.P. Shashi to reply over the same, in which student wants to know that I am a student of new syllabus, but I have been allotted roll number of old syllabus. In that case, sir, what should student should do?
I think if you are enrolling for the examination, the syllabus is clearly shown on that enrollment link where you are applying for examinations, for any reason, for any technical reason, if the syllabus, a wrong syllabus is being shown, please send us a mail, preferably through the grievance portal or through the call center. Please lodge a request so that we may be able to check the actual reason for mismatch in the syllabus. Otherwise, whatever syllabus you are seeing in the enrollment link, that should appear in the actual status also. There should not be any reason for any other mismatch. Please send us your request, please point out such discrepancies by mail or through grievance portal so that we may resolve the issue.
Thank you, sir. Sir, frequently we are receiving the queries for the student that what they should carry inside the examination hall.
The students are allowed to carry their admission certificate, that is the admit card, student identity card, blue or black ballpoint pen for writing the answers, and simple calculators. Simple calculator means 6 function, 12 digit and 2 memory. Except these things, other things are not allowed.
Thank you very much, sir, for the reply. Students, since we are getting lots of query from the student, we need to compile those queries. So we inform you student, we would be taking 10 minutes break at 3:30 p.m. to compile all those queries. But before that, we will take 1 and 2 more questions. So move on to the next question. Sir, this question is for you, in which students are asking where I am supposed to write for his query pertains to paper-wise exemption.
You can write your paper-wise exemption query at our website www.icsi.edu in grievance portal.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for the reply. And one more question we just received from the student, which student wants to know whether student can appear in paper where he has been granted exemption.
No, after granting exemption, student is not required to appear in that paper.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for the reply. Now move on
Suppose he appears in that paper, what will happen?
Suppose he appears, in that case, his or her exemption automatically will cancelled, and this exemption will not be restored under any circumstances. Please note that this exemption will never be restored under any circumstances.
So students are requested and advised not to
appear
sit
in the
examination.
examination in case they have sought for the exemption and been granted exemption.
Thank you, sir, for the reply. And move on to the next question. I would request KP Shashi sir to reply. Sir, many queries, many questions we are receiving from the student. Those who do not having password, then how can they download their admit card?
I just would like to clarify that for downloading admit card, you don't require password. It is the admit card is released through offline mode. You just visit the website and enter your registration number. If your examination form, if you are eligible for appearing in the examination, it can be downloaded. You are not required to log into your account to download the admit card. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the reply. Before taking break, we take one last question. So I would request Dr. Pandey to reply the same. Sir, what happen if a student who have opted for Hindi medium write his examination in English?
Students, while filling the form, you are given an option to opt for the medium of answering the question. So if you opt for a Hindi medium, you should write your answers in Hindi. If you have opted for English, you should write your answer in English. If you have opted for Hindi medium and you write your answer in English or vice versa, your answer copy will not get evaluated and your result will stand cancelled.
Thank you very much, sir, for valuable reply. Students, since we are getting lots of query from you, so we need to compile those queries as well. So we will get back to you around 3:45 p.m.